Jennifer Weiner's novels are regulars on the New York Times bestseller list. Fans in 36 countries own nearly 12 million copies. Her latest book, All Fall Down, is about a working mother and wife whose world falls apart after she gets hooked on prescription drugs. It is published by Simon & Schuster, a division of CBS News, and we are pleased to have Jennifer Weiner with us this morning. Good morning. Good to see you.
It is nice to be here.
All Fall Down is being called your best book yet.
And not just by my Nana.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, when you write 11 books, you, at least if you're me, you don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over and over. You want to push yourself. And so I wanted to talk about, obviously, an important topic and sort of go to darker places, but also have some laughs in there. So I hope that's what I did.
But the difference is the darker?
I'm sorry?
In other words, the difference in this and why this is your best is how you've gone to the darker places.
I don't know. I could have maybe written like a riotously funny book and they would have said that's my best book ever. I don't know. It was, maybe I was just time. Maybe I'm peaking at 45.
I don't know, but your character, Allison Weiss, she does have a couple of issues.
She has issues.
She's got a weepy, pouty daughter. A couple of times you wanted to tell the kids, stop it.
I had people tweet at me, this book made me feel comfortable with my decision never to have kids. And I was like, yay, I think.
No, and Ellie's 5 years old. Most 5 years old are really adorable, but she was a handful. She's got an angry husband. She's got a messy bedroom, and she's got a pill addiction problem.
Pill problem.
That's the darker place that we're talking about.
Yeah, that's where we went. Yeah. And it's a huge problem. I mean, one of the reasons I wrote this book was because you can't pick up People, you can't pick up the New York Times, you can't pick up your local paper without reading about this, without reading about women who, you know, they take one Vicodin, it feels good, they take two, it feels great, and then they're doctor shopping or they're buying pills online or trading with their friends I heard about in like the gym locker room. It's like, you know, you've got Xanax, I've got Oxy, let's make each other happy. Yeah.
And you also said, the thing about you, Jennifer, that people say is that you draw on from your own personal life. Do you want to tell us about an issue that you have?
I mean, that was another, well...
You don't have a pill addiction problem.
Not personally at this moment, no. But, you know, I did, like many people, my life has been touched by the disease of addiction. My dad and my mom split up in this, like, horrific, like, burn the ground and salt the earth divorce when I was a teenager. And I didn't see my dad for many years, and then he died in 2008, and my siblings and I learned that he'd been addicted to crack and addicted to heroin.
And you had no idea?
No idea. I mean, and here was, I mean, my dad was a doctor, there he is, he was a doctor, we lived in the suburbs, the house had a pool, we went on vacations, it was the last thing I thought. And discovering it was really hard, and it just made me think, like, how do you get from here to there? How do you get from a life that looks like the life everyone wants to like dying in a bathroom? It was awful.
How do you write? How do you find that, you know, how do you do the time, and what's your writing process like?
Well, I love this question because it reminds me of James Lipton on Inside the Actors Studio, where he asks everyone, what is your process? In the exact same serious tone of voice, whether it's like Meryl Streep or J-Lo. It's awesome. But I mean, for me, I was a newspaper reporter for 10 years before my first book came out. So like, the idea of sitting down and writing feels like very natural to me because I used to have to write like 5 stories a day and type the school lunches. So like, that was my life. You know, it's like hot dog, tater tots, applesauce, milk.
But you have a special place, though.
I do have
Inspired by Stephen King, we heard.
Yes, I do have a special place. Stephen King talks about, like, you know, after he became successful, he bought the big desk and he put it in the big room, and it was like the center of the whole house, and became addicted to cocaine, I think, and drank a lot, and basically decided he needed to sort of right-size that and sort of put writing in the context of his family, and that's the most important thing. And that really resonated with me, so I write in my closet.
In your closet?
In my closet. I have, like, yes, I did. It's a big closet.
I was going to say, it ain't a little closet.
It's a giant closet. Like, I think the house was designed for, like, Sarah Jessica Parker, and they got me instead.
That's
so,
okay.
You know, that desk is like where, like, a normal lady would probably do her makeup, and that's where I write.
But the other exciting thing, back to Charlie's point about this being your best work ever, it's for the first time after 11 books. In 14 years, it's the first time it's reviewed in the New York Times.
It finally happened. Go me, right? And It was a real thrill after years of sort of like banging on their door and saying, you need to cover more women, you need to review more women, you need to have more women reviewers. I mean, I was thrilled that they reviewed my book, but I was thrilled also. The Vita count came out yesterday, and this is a group that counts a lot of big deal magazines and newspapers, how many women get reviewed, how many women write for them. This is the first year ever the New York Times Book Review had more women than men.
Wow.
So, and that's huge for all of us.
Important point.
It's a good thing.
Congratulations.
Thank you very, very much.
Continued success to you,
Thank
Jennifer
you.
Agnes Weiner.
Oh my God, Gail.
It's a very unique
Really,
name.
really.
Yes, Agnes, really.
You wound me.
Well, family gave it to you. I didn't make it up.
I
We
know
thank
they-
you.
I know they did.
We thank you.
Thank you.
And the paperback version of All Fall Down is on sale right now where you like to buy your books.